What if I told you a single labor dispute could bring one of Africa's busiest airports to a grinding halt? This is Kenya News Update today. Coming up, you'll discover how a decade-old promise shattered, leaving thousands stranded and billions in cargo frozen. Meet the aviation workers of Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. For years, they've kept this vital hub running, connecting Kenya to the world. But on Monday, everything changed. The Kenya Aviation Workers Union called a strike, and the ripple effect was immediate. Flights delayed, passengers stranded, a critical economic artery choked. But here's the twist. This isn't just about a one-day walkout. This is about a promise broken for 10 straight years. The inciting incident? A collective bargaining agreement that has been pending since 2015. Imagine working for a decade without the salary review you were promised. That's the core grievance. Workers argued that agreements dating back a decade have never been implemented. For 10 years, they waited. And on Monday, their patience ran out. The union issued a 7-day strike notice, but the aviation regulator, the Kenya Civil Aviation Authority, or KCAA, raced to the courts trying to stop it. The stage was set for a major confrontation. And then the disruptions began. Jomo Kenyatta International Airport isn't just any airport. It handles millions of passengers and large volumes of cargo annually. It's a lifeline. The Kenya Airports Authority scrambled, activating contingency plans. They assured travelers, reiterating a commitment to safety. But the reality on the ground was chaos. Passengers were advised to contact their airlines. Kenya Airways, the national carrier, urged people to check flight statuses constantly. Air traffic control delays began affecting departures and arrivals. The entire system was under strain. But here's what nobody's talking about: the human cost behind the headlines. Picture a family trying to get home, a businessperson with a critical meeting, perishable goods sitting on the tarmac. The stakes are monumental. KCAA Director General Emil Arrow stepped in, stating recovery efforts were ongoing. He promised operations were progressively stabilizing. Passenger backlogs, he said, were being cleared in a structured and prioritized manner. Normal schedules were expected to resume as soon as possible. But the question remains, how did it get to this point? How does a critical agreement linger unresolved for an entire decade? The escalation reveals a deep systemic issue within Kenya's aviation sector. It's a story of prolonged negotiation, of promises made and not kept. The workers' union took a stand, and the entire country felt the impact. The implications are huge. This strike exposes a vulnerability in Kenya's infrastructure. Some say the workers are justified after a decade of waiting. Others say the strike harms the national economy and Kenya's reputation as a travel hub. The controversy is clear. But if the agreements from 2015 are still not implemented today, what guarantee is there for the future? This leaves us with an unanswered question. Will this be the catalyst for real change, or just another temporary fix before the next crisis? The tension is between immediate operational needs and long-term labor justice. The payoff? A stark reminder of how interconnected our systems are. One dispute, one airport, thousands of lives disrupted. Do you think the workers' strike was justified after a 10-year wait, or was the disruption to the national economy too high a price? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more breaking news that impacts you directly.